The first picture of a black hole will be revealed next week. What do you think it will look like? I predict black. It's like, how much more black could this be? And the answer is none. None more black. I think the problem may have been that there was a black hole on the stage that was in danger of being crushed by a white dwarf. Sounds like something I'd watch on Pornhub. Sexy white dwarf fills her black hole 4 minutes 30 seconds. What the hell are they doing with the remaining 4 minutes? Rethinking their life choices. Closing out the other tabs. Post-nut realization. A hole that is black. It's actually a sphere. You're actually a sphere. Your mom's actually a sphere. I speared your mom. You sphere my mum. I speared Britney. Leave Britney alone. It's Britney, bitch. It won't be your average everyday darkness. It will be advanced darkness. Not just any darkness. It's M&S darkness. Edit. Thank you for the silver. Totally different than S&M darkness and less sticky too. Obviously anyone that looks at the picture will have their eyeballs sucked out. It's okay, you won't need eyes where we are going. Edit. Woo. First precious metals. Thank you. Liberate me. Liberate tutumet ex inferis. Great, now my Event Horizon related nightmares are back. I have no idea why I watched that movie at age 12. Back then I was a Christian and believed in hell, so that movie really got to me. Billy? It's so cold. Be with me, Billy. Forever. Here you can see the main difference between the users of dark and light Reddit themes. Edit. Thanks for the gold. Glad that I made you smile. Dark theme best theme edit. Something something silver. Our most recent visual predictions have it looking like this. Still, that would be ridiculous resolution to ask for. So Interstellar was the only movie to get it right. Sort of right. They worked with Kip Thorne, a black hole physicist, and probably the only guy other scientists trust, to get something like this right, to get to a close representation. Then they jazzed it up a bit. This isn't the exact one from the movie, but it takes the one from the movie and removes the exaggerated bits. Thorne's book on the science of Interstellar was really interesting. The intro was also hilariously full of name-dropping famous people Kip knows on a first-name basis. He also co-wrote Gravitation, pretty much the ultimate reference on general relativity. Great book, BTW. I think it's the only book over 1500 pages that you can buy new for $60. Edit. I should mention this is just about the only book of factual information, textbook, etc. that one can buy for $60. Extremely bright with a globe of darkness at its heart. Yeah, that's kinda what I expect too. A ring of stuff moving quickly around the event horizon, causing it to heat up and glow. Then a very tiny point in the middle of complete black. Though I guess it could be a really glowy sphere with a black center that can't be seen. My guess is that it will be the latter, indistinguishable from a nebula or some such, by untrained eyes. That will be super disappointing. But the more I think about it, the more likely that seems to me. The edges will still be higher luminance than the middle. Depends on the resolution. If it is a first picture, the quality is probably gonna be shite, and it's gonna have somewhere around a few dozen pixels that will only be useful for scientists analyzing it. I don't think it's going to be a purely visible light picture. An article I read mentioned that it was obscured by massive amounts of gas and dust, so I suspect it will be one of those images that combined multiple wavelengths and then has an artist's interpretation done to convert it to a visible light pic. Although, they said several telescopes were trained on it for 2 years, so maybe that was long enough to catch images of it in small sections, in the visible spectrum, that they'll then piece together to form a whole. You can't image a black hole. The picture that they shot was made from the data of several radio telescopes over the years. You can't view a black hole in visible wavelengths, but you can view the matter interacting with a black hole in radio wavelengths. That's what the radio telescopes photographed. The matter interaction, and not the black hole itself. You can't view a black hole in any wavelength, that's why it's called a black hole. You can view the event horizon, which is what they're claiming they have a picture of. That has tons of visible light surrounding it. You can't view a black hole in any wavelength, that's why it's called a black hole. Didn't Hawking prove a black hole does emit radiation? Or are those jets only visible outside what would be considered the actual black hole?